GG, LOL replay, Baron replay. I don't care. They're all free. It doesn't matter. As long as it's free, get it. You pull up that replay program. You run it in your background. You play some of your games. You're like, damn, those games didn't go so well. I think I could have done better. At that point, you exit out of solo queue after that last game. You exit out of your client. You like exit out of all your porn that you got pulled up. You exit out of like all your social medias and all that shit. And then you got a blank desktop. And then you double click to pull up your replay program. And then you pull up the most recent game and you watch it. And you look at every single one of your mistakes that you make, because no one is like flawless in solo queue. Like people in Challenger can still get a lot out of watching their replay review. And so you pull up in. Thank you, PHQ. I'll answer that once I'm done talking about this. So once you've got your replay pulled up, you start looking at all the different things that you could have done, the different decision-making trees that you could have done that game to impact the game. So you think to yourself, okay, in this situation, I went in for a kill, I didn't have a ward, their jungler ended up ganking me. How do I learn from that? Okay, well, first of all, you took a risk by going in for that solo kill, right? Like, you have to consciously think for in the future, like, what is the likelihood that their jungler is here? Where did I last see their jungler? I don't have vision. You know, where could their jungler be? You need to keep track of where their jungler is when you're going in for solo kills. If you don't know where their jungler is and you're like, damn, this dude just ran forward to try to fight me, I'm gonna fight him. Like, that's probably bait. You know what I mean? Like, you probably got baited and you thought to yourself, damn, oh, unlucky, I'll just get him next time. But if you go back and physically watch that replay, you think to yourself, holy shit, I keep getting baited. That's so obvious. And so you start noticing trends of like the movement of your laners. Like when you're getting ganked, it becomes more and more obvious the more you see it. But while you're playing the game, it's hard to be like focusing in on the mannerism of the enemy champion, like how they're moving, how it changes. But in replay review, you see that shit. You're like, why the fuck did I not notice that I was getting ganked here? They just ran past an entire minion wave and chased me into the bush. Like, duh, I'm getting ganked. I'm like winning this lane. Obviously, I win the 1v1 if they're not receiving help. So instead of like going into that play, future plays, you think to yourself, where did I last see their jungler? And you start getting that into your mentality. And it goes much deeper than that. Like, replay review is how you get better at the game. You don't just get better faster by playing the game a lot. If you play the game a lot, you'll get better at playing the same way. You'll get better at playing the way that you currently play. But by doing replay review, you're trying to break the bad habits. If you're like stuck in Plat and you can't get out of Plat, playing more games in Platinum for some people doesn't mean you get better. It means you get better at playing the same way that you're currently playing. You get really fucking good at playing bad, I promise you, if you don't like have self-evaluation. You don't have to do replay review to get better, right? But some people do. If you're just at your wit's end, you can't get out of a certain bracket of play, like, just look at your games. Like, you don't have to be a fucking challenger player to see your mistakes. Like, you can see your mistakes, and you'll slowly build up to being better at evaluating what you're doing in your games. And just think about it. Like, every single play you make in the game, think about, like, prior situations that you've been entered into. Don't just follow the same habits and patterns and muscle memory if it's not the correct muscle memory. You got to rewrite your gameplay if it's not good enough. And replay review is how you do that. And it sucks because, like, most players might know that, but they don't actually do it. They might be like, damn, I could get a lot better if I watch my replays and realize what mistakes I'm making. Instead, they're like, damn, if my teammates are just better, I can climb the ladder. Well, no shit, if your teammates are better, you'll get your ass carried. But no, if you're climbing the ladder, you gotta be more impactful than the other person on the enemy team in your respective role. That is how you carry games. Is you don't have to get fed out of your mind. You simply just need to be more impactful consistently than the opposition in that same role. You can carry from support as long as you're consistently setting up good plays for your team, you're warding in the right spots. Doesn't mean you'll win every game, but break the mentality of you have to get 20 kills every game and like strap your team to your back in 1v5. You just need to be more impactful than the other person in their respective role. It's not hard. It's really not hard. But sometimes it can be frustrating if you're on tilt, if you just have this psychological barrier where like, damn, I can't win a game. You're losing, you're losing, you're losing. It's probably just because you get stuck in playing the same way and it's not the right way. And you just got to take a break and just come back with fresh eyes and evaluate your gameplay.